This is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. No mess. I got the tall boy again today, man. So let's get into it. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Low key, that is good. This episode's beer is Gaffel Kolsch. Kolsch? I don't know. It's some type of German or Belgium, actually Germany, yes, Cologne, Germany brew. And the reason I'm drinking it is because of the simple fact that there was an international game this weekend, and there's international games from here on out besides Brazil. Now they're going to be, London. I didn't see any beers that I liked from London. The can is a tall boy from Cologne, Germany, and it says it's about, it doesn't give me a real number here. All right, so, 4.8. 4.8. I should be great this episode, right? It's not over 5 or 6%. I should be absolutely great. And of course, you know where I got it. I got it from my second favorite store, Total Wine, where I find all of my beers, all of my bad drinking habits I find there because they have such an assortment, even international assortment of beer. So, cheers to that. All right, man, let's get into it because it is a lot to talk about. It is a lot to talk about today. First off, let's go ahead and get into the news you can booze to. WNBA playoffs. Yes, as some of you have noted or commented or shared, saying that the playoffs are not alive and well without CC and the views have dropped. Listen, that's unfortunate. And because they've really been some great playoffs. Like, there's been some really good games, good series. First off, I know CC's not in it anymore, but Lynx and Suns are down to Game 5, which is equivalent to Game 7. So it's the last and final game, right? So that means they've obviously been going back and forth and everything like that. And that's been a great series. Aces ended up losing to the Liberty 3-1. Not so great of a series, but the storyline there is revenge. They're the one the Aces beat the Liberty last year for the championship. So listen, they got their revenge, 3-1. All in all, it's been some great basketball. And for those of you that don't watch because CC's not in it, yes, she is the Rookie of the Year. Yes, she is a phenom. Yada yada yada. That's just unfortunate. You don't respect basketball in the first place if you're not watching. So to me, CC and Angel Reese and some of the younger generation in college basketball shined a light on us to watch it. And I'm following now. I'm looking at the Liberty now. I'm looking at the Suns. I'm looking at the Lynx. Like, those things were brought to our attention, and we should pay attention longer and for the sake of the WNBA, because if you want to see CC, if you want to see her thrive, you want to see her league thrive. Otherwise, she won't be able to thrive, right? So let's just be real. You should go watch, keep it up. Just because she's not in it doesn't mean you shouldn't watch. You should watch and keep the views up, and that way they can get more ad revenue, and that way they can, continue to be a really great product, if you will, on the TV. Just a thought. All right, so NFL news, because it has been crazy in the NFL. NFL trades already. Looks like Davante Adams picked the wrong team, and he's on the trading block already. Raiders, aka Can't Get Right 2.0, they surprised everybody with trade news about that they're listening to offers. They want to trade. They want to go ahead and get their business decisions done with Davante Adams and make sure that he's pretty much no longer going to be on the team. He hasn't played since that game that Antonio Pierce came up on the press conference and said, players are making business decisions, so we got to make business decisions. Well, clearly him, Max wasn't part of that. We thought Max was part of it, but Max is not part of it. So we know, or so we think, right? But the surprise of the trade block, because we knew how unhappy Devontae Adams was. We knew Devontae Adams realized he picked the wrong team. The surprise, though, is T. Higgins. The Bengals are listening to trade talks for him. He's already disgruntled. He signed unwillingly the franchise tag. He's playing, he's doing all right this season. The fans were calling for his head, thinking he was faking injuries and things like that not to play. But looks like, they're going to get rid of their disgruntled wide receiver, which is crazy because they still haven't signed Jamar Chase. They're having trouble. Joe Burrow and them are losing games. All is wrong with the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm really trying to figure out what exactly are they trying to do. What in the world are they trying to do? In other crazy news, the Eagles released Devin White after just signing him. Like, he's 26, they just signed. I don't really understand what's going on, but the Eagles, who are hoarders of talent, from Dotson, the trade they did with Washington was still crazy. From some of the Saquon Barkleys, the Eagles just don't release people unless something is going on. And for Devin White, 26, to be released after just signing with them, might be the craziest news I've seen come out this week. But the NFL is sorting out who's the best and who's not. We are officially over with week 5, and we only have 2 undefeated teams. One deservingly so, and one not so much. Chiefs and Vikings. Argue with me if you like, or argue amongst yourselves if you like, who is the undeserving and the deserving to be undefeated. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence about the Chiefs, but we were on the fence about them last year. So listen, but we had the greatest Thursday night football game in the history of Thursday night football games, in my opinion. Kirk Cousins threw for 500 yards and still had to go to overtime to beat Baker and his 180 yards, 170-something yards in passing. It was by far one of the most entertaining yet bizarre sights to see. I don't think anyone has seen anything like this on Thursday Night Football. And like I said, it was definitely entertaining. It went to overtime. One drive, Baker and them, they weren't supposed to lose that game, man. They had a couple opportunities to put it away. Young Hoku, who don't be missing field goals, was missing field goals, but then made the game-tying field goal. Like, it was crazy. Honestly, like, probably one of the most crazy, bizarre Thursday night games you're ever going to see. And this is why they wanted Thursday night. This is exactly why they wanted Thursday night, because the entire world was on fire talking about it. Until, of course, Sunday. So since we're on NFL, we're gonna stay on the NFL. Bills go into Houston and flop. And listen, this is near and dear to my heart because I was in Houston. I went to that game. My buddy who got me the ticket, we're both from New York originally. He is technically like the mayor of the Mafia. He is a Bills Mafia fan since we were kids, man. And since the early 90s, maybe even before that. But, like, he has watched them lose, still rooting for them. He has watched them win, go get Josh Allen and win, Stephen Diggs and win, So when I get invited to these things, I come kind of, on the side of as honorary member of Bills Mafia because I feel like, I'm not going to go against the people who are my people. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do have friends that are Houston Texans fans, and one of them was there with us. We all went to school together, and it was kind of a vibe. We just, shooting the shit, getting old, talking crazy, drinking. It was a lot of beer for me. It was a lot of drinking for me. I'll only speak for myself. But the Bills just came in and must have been drunk because their offense just looked very meh. And they had opportunities more than one opportunity to win the game. CJ Stroud honestly is starting to have a little bit of a sophomore slump. I said it before. Everybody kind of looked at me crazy, but he looked good in the beginning and looked really good, with that bomb. He threw a bomb touchdown, but their offense was like clicking, and their defense, actually, who had injuries, they were clicking as well. And I don't know, Bills, they have a lot of injuries. They've got about 9 on the defensive side alone. They've got some question marks as far as wide receiver. Maybe they go and get into the race with Devontae Adams, or go and get into the race with T. Higgins. Bills are not, they don't overpay. From what I see, from what I know, they don't overpay. But the problem I had with some of that game was just some of the play calling was kind of crazy. Like, you see your man Josh Allen is looking human and struggling and not, able to toy with the defense like he's been on other primetime nights and things like that. It's time to go away from just 5-step drops or 7-step drops. It just doesn't make sense. And start, maybe they were running the ball great until we get to the red zone and just couldn't punch it in. And it's, I don't know, it was just a lack of creativity. But again, let me get off that because I know y'all didn't come here just to talk Bills and Texans. But like I said, I feel a little bit remiss because I was hoping that Buffalo could prove me right again and say that they are the AFC cream of the crop. And unfortunately, they fucking proved me wrong. I didn't bet on them, though, so, never, ever, ever bet emotional, baby. Every time you bet emotional, you most likely lose. It's a very slim as a G-string chance that you'll fucking win. So those of you who don't know what a G-string looks like, Google it. All right, on to the next game, the early game. The reason I'm drinking a beer from Cologne, Germany, I'm sure they pronounce it a different way. Jets and Vikings. Jets lose again, and I bet they would, though. Like, I had money. I believe in the Vikings, honestly. Not saying that because they beat the Packers, but the Kevin O'Connell Vikings look good, man. Their defense is coming along great. Their offense is clicking. They got the best receiver in the game. Sam Darnold is having a resurgence, trying to get a bigger check. I just, listen, man, it's only week 5, but they look good, and they're the real deal. But the Jets are absolutely in turmoil. The Jets look washed. Aaron Rodgers looks bad. Aaron Rodgers was fucking crawling on the ground on all fours at one point in this game. Like, he was getting fucking hammered, and he did not look like the Aaron Rodgers that we are all used to seeing. And listen, Barkley said it a long time ago, and Barkley was right, man. Father Time ain't got no L's, baby. And Father Time is whipping the shit, belt to ass, Aaron Rodgers. And as a Packers fan, kind of glad to see it, not gonna lie. But listen, and in typical knee-jerk Jets reaction, we now know who is running the team, and his name starts with A. And so Jets release. Fire Robert Saleh. Craziest thing I've ever seen, because typically the Jets, they just do not fire coaches in the middle of the season. They let, Gase, I believe it was, they let him finish the season. And they had the opportunity last year to do this before the season came about, and there was a lot of talk about it, but they fire Saleh and put in the defensive coordinator as the interim. And I'm pretty sure they're probably going to make a hard-pressed run at Devontae Adams. But I just think, man, it's just too little too late. I don't think that it makes sense. If I was Woody, I would be looking for a replacement for Aaron Rodgers because he looks cooked. He looks done. He is officially old and washed, man. It is, I'm sorry, he just does not look good. And they need to look for his replacement. I don't think they need to get Devontae Adams. I think it's too little too late, and you're going to spend all this fucking money. And it doesn't make sense for them just to have a weird-ass love story to get back together. Like, you're not winning a championship with him. And you're going to cause more turmoil with your young receiver who's not getting enough fucking looks because, Rodgers is throwing to his favorite little guy, Alan Lazard. Listen. The problem starts in the center, at the guy under center, and really, honestly, if you want to be truthful, your offensive line is fucking horrendous. So that's where you should look. Speaking of horrendous, the Panthers. The Panthers are just bad. And I fucking believed in Andy Dalton. I bet on that motherfucker to cover. And of course, the Red Rocket lets me down. Andy Dalton cannot help you. Jesus himself might not be able to help you. They are just bad. Just fucking bad. And as a fan of the sports world and sports media and Twitters and X and Instagram and all the crazy shit, I think we all owe Bryce Young a fucking apology because it was not him. It was not him. It is and it still remains to be, or it was and still remains to be, the fucking Panthers are just fucking bad. They are just bad. We all owe him an apology. I'm sorry, Bryce. If I ever retweeted or shared a story about your off-field situations or laughing at you, I apologize. It is not your fault. It is definitely the Panthers' fault. So my memes will be geared at them from now on. All right, let's talk some positive, right? Let's talk some good stuff, man. There's a lot of bad that week. So Jaden Daniels is officially the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Mark my fucking words. And it's not even close. Like, argue with your mama. I don't care. It's not even close because Jaden Daniels is looking phenomenal. He's doing things that nobody's doing and no rookie has done in the history of NFL. They're running their offense like fucking championship style running the offense. Dan Quinn knocking on the door of Coach of the Year and got something to say. So all I want to know is, are y'all all going to eat humble pie with me when they beat the Cowboys? No, just me? Cool. I know how to take my L's in stride. I had them looking at the bottom with the Giants of the NFC East. I did not have them fucking leading the pack at all. That is the bingo card I did. That was not on my bingo card for the NFL season. Absolute crazy. And again, Dan Quinn, Kevin O'Connell in the run-ins for Coach of the Year. Just saying. Speaking of Cowboys, Cowboys played one of the latest games I've ever watched on Sunday Night Football, and due to ugly weather, it was raining, it was hailing, it was lightning within 5. There was some pictures circulating of like the lightning striking and how close it was to the stadium, and it just looked fucking crazy. But yeah, they started late, ended later, and ended ugly. They played a really ugly game. Obviously, in ugly weather, things happen, but a lot of people are making a lot of noise about CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott not being on the same page. Listen, I think that's, a lot of people forget that CeeDee wasn't in training camp or preseason or anything for the entire, he was not there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's not gonna, they're not gonna be clicking. They're not on the same page. He's lost his number 2 guy, Mr. Cooks, to some type of knee infection surgery stuff. Dak ain't trusted everybody yet. And hey, listen, it's week 5. I get it. But these are the things that happen with holdouts. Also, what's going on with the Bengals. Also, what's going on with Brandon Ayuk and the San Francisco 49ers, who just continue to lose games, lose leading games. Losing to the fucking Cardinals after you're blowing them out in the first half is unacceptable. Kyle Shanahan is probably the worst fucking coach in the fourth quarter. But I digress. They're still the cream. They still have the team, or they were the team to beat. Now it is definitely the Vikings, and it is definitely everyone in the NFC North. I mean, we're off over 500. So, speaking of 500 and surprising all of us, the Giants keep winning. They just keep putting together these wins. It could be scheduled, which is what I think. It also could be that defense is better than a lot of people expected. And yeah, so I'm not sure exactly why they're trying to win when they're definitely going to be trying to get rid of Daniel Jones. I'm not sure what they think they're going to be able to do in the playoffs. But hey, listen, they've won in shittier situations than this. Yeah. So it's a possibility. Eli Manning has fucking got a Hall of Fame career because of fucking lucky ass, shitty ass, situations, good defense and mediocre quarterback play. Just being honest. But maybe they can make a run. I mean, they may make another Super Bowl run. I mean, fans can only wish, I guess. I don't know. But I just feel like they're going in the right direction, and it's kind of scary for the NFC East because so is the Commanders, while the Packers and the Eagles are swirling. Eagles had a bye week, so it's not a big deal. Don't worry, they didn't lose. Yeah, they didn't lose, but, everybody in the division won. So, yeah. Packers won against the Rams. So, Niners have a chance to stronghold and get back in the lead of the NFC West with the Seattle Seahawks losing to the Giants. Packers defense is single-handedly saving them. I'm not even going to lie. Our offense looks very stagnant. I am a Packers fan, so that's why I say our. But Packers defense is saving them. Xavier McKinney was the best signing in the offseason. Yeah, he was the best signing in the offseason because Saquon is not single-handedly winning games for the Eagles. Their defense helps out a lot. Jalen Carter's a fucking monster. But, yeah, so Xavier McKinney has had an interception in every single game. 5 interceptions, 5 games. The man they're playing fucking lights out defense. Now, when the Packers won the Super Bowl last, and I know it's week 5, Ziggy, calm down. Last time we won the Super Bowl, 2010, they were the number 1 takeaway team. This year, they are the number 1 takeaway team. I'm just saying it's a possibility that Xavier McKinney pushing them over the edge. Jair remains hurt, but listen, that defense is single-handedly holding it down for the motherfucking Packers, straight up. Chiefs beat the Saints. The score looked a lot closer than what it was. This is the first time that the Chiefs have used Travis Kelce, which is shocking to me. Xavier Worthy gave the ball to his mom. Mama was all right, you know what I'm saying? But, sidetracked. Listen, the Chiefs looked like the real deal in this game. But I'm not sure if it's because the Saints just slid down to ass or they just, I don't know. Like the Saints they're not. I don't know. Like you want to talk about Jalen Hurts regressing? Let's talk about the Saints regressing. Their offense went from Super Bowl looking contenders beating on the Cowboys, 4 touchdowns from Alvin Kamara to fucking absolute shit after the Eagles beat up on them. And Derek Carr goes out in this game, and it's just like, oh my God, the sky is falling for the Saints right now. So yeah, they're calling for old boy's head, which is crazy. I don't think he's going nowhere. But all right, and there were bye weeks: Lions, Eagles, and I forget who else it was. But yeah, all right. On to college football. College football rankings as it sits right now: Texas And Miami remain unbeaten, and they're also in the top 10, top 5, maybe 6. Texas takes back their spot at number 1. Ohio State slides up to 2. Ohio State's being very, that schedule, boy, I tell you, they give them motherfuckers breaks. But that Big Ten schedule is getting ready to get tough here in a second. And Georgia gets back in the top 5. Meanwhile, there is UPSET. It was upset week in college football. Not only did Syracuse beat UNLV, which is an upset, in one of the wildest overtimes I've seen in a long time. Vandy, in like 40 years, beat Alabama. First time in like 40 years. Oh my God. And Arkansas beat Tennessee. Washington beat Michigan at home. They have a serious fucking quarterback problem. If they're not trying to reach out in the transfer portal or reaching out to kids as quarterback, bruh, y'all, I don't know what y'all doing over there, but Michigan, y'all need help as a quarterback, for real. Minnesota beat USC, and Cal almost beat Miami, almost, like 1 point. They literally gave up in the fourth quarter like they had it 1 or third, yeah, and they scored 20, they let them score like 20 fucking 1 points. Like, what the fuck in the fourth quarter? Yeah, anyway, so upsets were all over the place, and of course, in typical college football fashion, they're all in Alabama calling for the coach's head. Literally, if you listen to Paul Feinbaum's show, that's all that is on his line right now. They are calling for that man's head. And Vandy and their students rushed the field, took the goalpost, and walked it 3 miles to dump it in the river. As well as Arkansas, when they beat Tennessee, because it was outside home, they rushed the field. They didn't take the goalpost or anything like that, thank God. I don't know if anyone was injured at any of these storming of the field situations. But walking a fucking goalpost 3 miles is the absolute dumbest, wildest, craziest, beer gogglest shit I have ever heard in my fucking entire life. And it cost their schools a shit ton of money. $100,000 fine for Vandy, $250,000 for Arkansas. It might be backwards, but still, what the fuck? And if I was the dean, I would be on everybody's ass. I would give them motherfuckers slop in the cafeteria. I would give them motherfuckers no AC in the dorms. I would take out their fucking furniture in the school, because why am I paying $250,000, $100,000 for you fucking morons to party about a damn game? And I get it. I get it. It ain't happened in years. It ain't happened in 40 fucking years or however many years it was. I get it. But celebrate other ways, please. For the sake of fucking humanity, celebrate in other ways. Please, find a different way. You're going to hurt somebody. Find a different way. So, speaking of beer goggles, let's get into the beer goggles of the week. So college game day literally could be on here every fucking week. And honestly, it is greatness. It is greatness. It is fucking greatness. They had Marshawn Lynch on, and yeah.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm picking Stanford here. And the reason is Virginia Tech's going to be a little flat. They're going to be a little flat after that Miami game.
All right, let's go SMU.
Absolutely.
Coming up.
Absolutely. This is on you. It's on you.
Stop, go to sleep. He's got him in the sleeper.
First off, that's crazy. You put a white man in a sleeper hole. Marshawn, chill, bro. Chill. But listen, I get it. It's all in fun. But man, he had to be a little drunk. Or high, one of the two. They are in Cali, so you know. And also, speaking of college game day, this field goal thing is superb. Whoever thought of this, they deserve a raise. Absolutely superb.
He's got no laces.
Yeah, what do we got going here? Can we get a shot of the shoes?
What time?
Can we get a shot of the shoes?
Daniel showed up in his Vans with no laces. What time did you get here for this?
About 11:40 last night.
11:40 last night. You just been hanging out here all morning?
Where were you at 11? What was the seating like at 11:40?
It was packed. Everyone was lined up behind trying to get into the grass, and it was crazy. A lot of fun.
Really?
Okay, let's make this a memorable morning. Hit this field goal, Daniel. Let's win 75 grand.
Let's see it happen.
Coach the hater. Let's do this thing. Come on, Daniel.
I think it's the shoes. I'm nervous.
Yeah, mate.
Well, I know.
Daniel.
You need a lot of power. You need a lot of power.
Good luck, Daniel.
I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it.
Just like everything this morning, that was a surprise.
Absolutely.
We did not expect that. One more kick.
Listen, Daniel with the dirty Vans. So those of you that may have not seen it, he did get the second field. They let him get another one, which is what they don't do ever. But usually people fucking completely blow it. And the reason he got Beer Goggles of the Week is because, bro, what the fuck were those shoes? How you show up to an event like this with these fucking dusty ass Vans is crazy. I mean, absolutely the dirtiest shit I've ever seen in my life. And it's so funny because he is. His name was Daniel, and y'all might have seen the TikTok. Daniel killing him with the Vans. He was not killing him with the Vans. He was actually disgracing the Vans. But moving on. Like I said, Alabama lost to Vandy, and yeah, some players took it harder than others.
Shooting the most points by an unranked team against AP #1. Probably the fifth most all time. And they will count down this Vanderbilt win. Bama will become just the fourth AP #1 team to lose to an unranked.
I'm so confused. Like, what the fuck? Why would you kick the... What the fuck? Take your... Like, that is the definition of can't take your L and keep it moving. You win some, you lose some, fam. Like, take your fucking L. Yeah, that was crazy. It's a lot of... It's been a few... fucking beer goggles this week, man. So, speaking of Buffalo and Houston... there was an odd referee moment.
The Bills were looking for a late hit.
After crew discussion, the runner was out of bounds before he fumbled the basketball. The ball be placed at the 39-yard line. It is a first down.
It's almost basketball season, and I will say for Clay Martin.
Excuse me, say what? What did he fumble? You what? Hey, listen, man. I mean, he probably had too many damn Michelob Ultras out there or something, because that's crazy. Basketball season preseason has started. So, excuse me. That's just crazy. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Speaking of, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. George Pickens, bro. What the fuck? You got issues.
Pass intended for McCormick is recovered by Dallas, and the Cowboys win. Pickens will get a flag throw.
I don't understand. I get it. You're taking a loss since the game is over. Fuck it, I guess. I don't know that. Yo, that's one of the craziest endings of a game that I've seen. Like a man just trying to snatch somebody's fucking face mask off. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. That was fucking wild. All right, and now on to the six-pack of the week. First up, this is the definition of a perfect punt.
As if he's got a joystick controller in his hand and just went hard left. Can't even dream it up. I mean, are you kidding me? By Tyler White, the punter. Watch the bounce of this ball.
And the second bounce, watch this one, starts going and then whoop, serve. Unbelievable.
As if there was a magnetic force field on that goal line.
Oh, and I forgot upset week. Mizzou lost to Texas A&M. I think, hold on, let me double check that because that could be wrong. But Mizzou and Texas A&M were like actually wildly entertaining, which is crazy. Where they at? Let's see, where they at? Yeah, no, Texas A&M did not play Arkansas. Where they at? Oh my God, am I missing it? Where am I? Jeez. Where's the SEC? SEC. A&M schedule. There it is. Let's see. Yes, they beat Mizzou, blew them out actually. See, I pay attention. So, gotta pay attention. But anyway, yeah, SMU. Mizzou lost to A&M, but it was in A&M, so I guess it wasn't that big of an upset. Maybe that's why I didn't have it on there. I'm trying to think, but at any rate, listen, it was such craziness going on. They kind of got lost in the mix, but yeah. So that was the perfect punt, and yeah, so this next one, I just want to know if this man has another hand.
Up front. And it's going to be a fade to the corner, though, to Smith. Oh, he one-handed it again. Man. How many times is this kid going to do this year?
Well, one hand caught it, and the other hand held off the defender. This is basically how Chris Carter played wide receiver here.
Well, he's going to break Chris Carter's freshman records at the pace he's going. Wow. It's becoming
it's scary how many one-handed catches he has. That's why everybody's kind of like, you know, again, and I'm asking, really want to know, like, does the other hand work? Or I mean, like, is there something under that glove that's not a hand? Because this man just has almost every single catch I've seen him make has been one-handed. Now, granted, I'm obviously being facetious, but that is crazy to me. He is just beyond crazy. And another one that is just, even though they lost, man, this dude just is continuing to just be an acrobat.
Justice Haynes is the running back on this one. Milroe looking deep. Down the sideline. It is caught by Williams. He springs free. And he is in for an Alabama touchdown. A 58-yard catch and run for the emerging superstar. How did he not get out of bounds? How did he not step over the line even before the ball?
I would like to know. He airbended or something, because that's fucking crazy. Man, that was crazy. And Monday Night Football had a very interesting flash of something great from the Saints. So here it is.
Smith-Schuster, and there he is, Colin Saunders. And he took it out. Big Colin rumbling, and out across the 35. And his brother Cameron's got to be pumped.
So Colin Saunders, that boy said, fuck that touchback. He caught that interception and took off. And that man was running like he's a big 300-pound fucking lineman, and he was out. He was absolutely fucking gone. And it's crazy. Yeah, it was, man, that was crazy. Lamar Jackson this, I don't even know how to explain this one.
Likely in motion, he bobbles it, scoops it in, vacuums it home. Here comes Hubbard. Oh, he threw him away like a rag doll. And he throws in the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Caught for a touchdown by Likely. Absolutely amazing. How in the world did he keep it together and then
What the fuck? That was magic. I don't know what else to call that but magic. That dude literally, yeah, that was magic. I don't know what the hell. I don't know how he did that. I'm still in shock about how he did it. Like, that was amazing. Giants win, like I said, Giants win. But this was what sealed the deal, and it was crazy.
This to tie the game at 23, and it's blocked! Isaiah Simmons, and picked up by Bryce Ford Wheaton, and he is gonna go! The Giants sideline erupts! Unbelievable! Isaiah Simmons came across, and Bryce Ford Wheaton, who does not have a touch in his NFL.
Yo, that's crazy. I do not know how they just keep winning in just weird ways, man. They just keep fucking winning, and they're gonna eventually, they're gonna figure it out eventually, and hopefully the Giants, I don't know, man. That's just weird to me that they keep winning. But listen, fuck it. So all right, man. So listen, that is my time for this episode. If you stick around, I got a little extra something special for you guys on Patreon. For those of you that have been following the show, thank you. Please comment, like, subscribe, all those great things. And you know, bet a beer, bet the house. It was a rough weekend, but I feel like everybody caught a rough weekend because of the upsets. I went a whopping 6-4 on the weekend. There was a lot of unders that didn't go under. But, you know, listen, you know, that's the great thing. I still went over. I was 60% on the weekend, so I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely above water. I've had more wins than losses this season so far, and hopefully I can continue that. So if you don't follow the page for the betting advice, you should. And I'm going to do something special. I told you guys I had some extra picks for you, and I will this week. This week I will have some extra picks because we literally have 55, well, we had 55 days straight of fucking sports. I mean, hockey starting, baseball playoffs going on, college football's on a fucking Tuesday and Wednesday. We've got, you know, NFL Thursday night. And I mean, listen, basketball, WNBA. I mean, man, it is a great time to be a fucking sports fan. It's a great time to be a gambler, too, if you know what you're doing. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff to the page, to the Patreon, and get all these great, you know, there's going to be more tailgate stories and tales and things like that. Bills Mafia is not the only one I'm welcome at, so I'm going to go and film at other places and everything like that to let you guys in on what goes on at the tailgates. Maybe some titties on there. I'm just saying there might be a flash or two. So if your kid's watching, I'm sorry, but they're gonna grow up quick fucking around with me. But hey, listen. So this is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. Damn, I'm almost done.